following is from a cooperative project for acquiring skills essential to learning.
When collecting information, first ask yourself, what do I know? What do I need to know? Then ask yourself, where should I go? Then ask yourself, what should I do?
What's the problem? So, you don't like the lunch menu. What do you think should be served instead?
Oh, well, I guess something everybody likes, you know.
Something everybody likes? Wouldn't that be a bit difficult?
Oh, no, it would be easy. Sure. Let's love Miss Caldwell. There has to be some food everybody likes.
Well, there does, eh? Well, maybe you're right. You're going to have to prove it. How'd you like to plan a lunch?
Who, us?
Uh-huh. And the proof of the pudding, in this case, your menu, will be how many buy it.
How many have to buy it?
Well, let's see. If you can plan a lunch more popular than one of mine, I'll replace it with yours on a trial basis.
Okay, that's easy.
It's harder than you think. It takes a lot of time. So I'll give you 2 weeks to plan your menu. Is it a deal?
Yeah.
Hey, make sure you plan that lunch carefully. I have very high standards in my kitchen.
That's true. There are certain criteria to meet. Remember, your meal has to be well-balanced, reasonable in cost, simple,
and easy to cook. I've got a lot of starving mouths out there to feed. Don't forget that.
Find a main dish that everybody likes.
But how?
Let's think about different things we could do. We could ask all the kids in the school what their favorite food is.
That's at least 500 kids.
And what about the teachers? Some of them eat the cafeteria too. But it's the sort of information we need to know.
That would take so much time. Hey, I was thinking, what if we find out the favorite food is already being served in your cafeteria?
Yeah, that wouldn't help us at all.
We need to know what people like besides what's on the menu now. Right.
I saw this commercial last night on TV. They found the most popular ice cream by doing a survey. Hey, do you think we could find some popular foods by surveying the school? Why not? We could ask the kids to name their favorite foods.
That aren't already on the menu.
Okay, if we want to do this right, we should survey everyone who eats in the cafeteria.
Not everyone. We don't have enough time.
True. Hey, wait a minute. That commercial. Well, they didn't ask everybody, just a few people.
What do you mean, Michael?
Well, they just asked some people, not everybody. Give them questionnaires.
Questionnaires. That might be a good way to collect the info we need. Write it down, Wayne.
Questionnaires has 2 N's in it, doesn't it?
I think there's 2.
Hey, we don't have to beat every meal. What about trying to find out Mrs. Caldwell's least popular lunch?
Yeah. That's the lunch we'll need to outside with our menu. That's the number we'll have to beat.
Maybe Mrs. Caldwell keeps the records. We could check, do some research. Is that everything? Any other information we should collect?
Don't forget those rules our menu has to follow. Well balanced. What else?
Inexpensive was one, and easy to cook. But what really is a well-balanced lunch?
I'm not sure. Maybe we could ask Mrs. Caldwell. Interview her, maybe.
Okay, let's go over this list. We need to find out the most popular food not on the menu. Questionnaires will tell us that. Right. Also, we need to find out Mrs. Caldwell's least popular lunch, because
That's the one we want to beat.
right again. Also, we need to find out what's important in a good lunch. We'll have to see Mrs. Caldwell on both these things.
And that's a lot of different information we need to collect. Let's divide the job. How's it going?
Hey. Hi.
Can we plan our meal yet?
I'm having problems getting the information on it. How about you, Wayne? Any luck?
Oh, no. What's all that?
This is the lunch record for the first part of December. Mrs. Caldwell gave it to me.
Wow, that's too much for me.
I thought so too, but now I figured it out. See, this tells me all the lunches served in the first 2 weeks in December. And this shows how many people bought lunch on each day it was served.
That looks like a lot of numbers to me.
Sure, but here's the important thing. This last column shows the average sales for each lunch.
Oh, I see.
Meatloaf was served twice. Once 240 people bought it, and once 200. Add them together. 200, 200, 400, and 40 more is 440. Divide by 2, and you get 220 people buying it on the average.
So what's the lowest number? Hey, wait a minute. This thing has to be wrong. Look, turkey is the least popular lunch. People like that less than meatloaf. I can't believe that.
Yeah, I was wondering about that. It's really weird. At least you've collected your information. I haven't gotten that far yet. I made up these questionnaires and passed them out to some of my buddies. Wait a minute, guys, here. Your questionnaires. Wait up. I only got 8 out of 15 back. One was a paper airplane. Can't even trust your friends.
Why'd you only make 15? I would have made a lot more.
Seemed like a good number at the time. Boy, Michael, I hate to say it, but these are really messy.
Well, I don't have anything to report yet, but I do have an appointment with Mrs. Caldwell at lunch. I figured out a good way to interview her so I don't waste any time. See? I'll tape her.
Great, Shelley. Do you know how to work it?
No, but I'll figure it out. I'm mechanically inclined.
What questions are you going to ask?
I haven't really thought about it yet. Maybe about health, cooking, things like that.
Be careful, or you'll just get useless information like I did.
Well, gang, I have an idea. Something we did in math class.
I'll surprise you. Guess I'll have to do this questionnaire over. Make it more specific. How am I going to do it?
Let's see. Over the last 3 months or so, we had chicken 20 days, and a total of 8,500 people bought it. That's an average of 425 buyers. That's a lot of chicken lovers.
Okay, Michael, let's try working this out together. What information do you want to find?
I want to find a lunch everybody would like. A lunch not on the menu now. And I want to get main dishes only, not ice cream and stuff.
Right. So, why not use the suggestions you received, the main dishes, and add to them? Well, what suggestions did you get for main dishes?
See, I got corn dogs, tacos, egg rolls, lasagna. Let's see. I'll try to think of a couple more. That's it? Show them what we're looking for?
Well, that's one way. There are different kinds of questionnaires. It depends on the kind of information you're looking for. This is the closed-ended type.
And should I send them to everybody this time?
In this case, I think you'd get a better response by doing a sample survey. You'll want to give a few of these to a number of kids in each grade.
Each grade? That's 15 classrooms. If I gave out 4 or 5 to each class, I need at least 60 questionnaires.
Oops, out of tape already? Did we discuss the basic 4 food groups?
No.
Well, we'll have to do it another time. Maybe you could bring more specific questions next time.
So I found out that meatloaf is the least popular meal. Here's a graph I'm happy to show you. See, on the average, only 205 people buy meatloaf.
I thought you said the lowest was turkey.
Well, I did, but that's before I realized I should look at several 2-week periods to get more information. So I looked at 5 periods and found that turkey was lowest only in the beginning of December. Could be everyone was stuffed with turkey by then. Anyway, I figured we have to serve at least 205 lunches to get our lunch on and meatloaf off. What did you find out, Shelley?
At first, not the right information. I didn't get a very good interview with Mrs. Caldwell. So I tried again with the cook. But that time I planned the questions I was going to ask.
This survey was a good way to collect the information we wanted. I passed it out to a sampling of the school and explained it too, so there wouldn't be any mix-ups about what I wanted them to do. And so I tallied up the answers and found out just what we wanted to know.
So what's the food that we're going to serve to more than 205 people?
We're in luck. It was tacos, all the way.
You know, I sure hope we're on the right track. When our lunch is tested in the cafeteria, do you think it'll sell better than meatloaf?
Tacos are okay, but I still like Caldwell chicken.
You know, I never thought of serving tacos, even though I do like them myself, now and then. How'd you come up with that particular choice?
Well, how'd we do it? Let me tell you.
Thinkabout is supported by state and provincial agencies working through the Agency for Instructional Television. Together, serving education.